What if Fallout 5 was set in Canada? What would it be like? The theme, the setting, the factions, the enemies. Hey guys, it's Light here, and today we're going to be continuing my series on what if Fallout 5 was set in certain locations. If you enjoyed this video and you want to continue following the series, consider subscribing. I'm hoping to hit 20 subscribers within next month, so it would really mean a lot. With that said and done, let's get into the video. So, what if Fallout 5 was set in Canada? Firstly, let's go over the map. So, Canada is obviously a big place, so where exactly would the game be set? Well, I think you will kind of expect, but I think that Toronto would be a perfect setting, with the bottom half of the map being the city, and the top half being kind of like a frozen wasteland. That being said, here's how I'd like to see the introduction. You are a vault dweller. Now, I know that Vault-Tec is an American company, however, it isn't so difficult to believe that they stretched out into Canada. So anyway, you would awaken in your vault, and you would be in your bedroom. You would walk over to a mirror, and this is where you would create your character and choose your specials. Suddenly, somebody knocks at your bedroom door. You open your bedroom door, and it's the Overseer. They ask you to go and kill a few rat roaches that have broken out in the security room. You agree, pick up your 10mm pistol, and go to examine the rat roaches. After exterminating them, you hear alarms. Alarms warning everybody that the vault door is opening. But it's never been opened before. A brutal raider gang has rushed into the vault, taking everybody hostage. You see it on the CCTV in the security room. The gang kill every single person in your vault. And that's when the main quest starts. Running from home. You must escape the vault. This is where the big step out moment would happen. Now, you must survive through the freezing cold temperatures of Toronto to attempt to get help. I definitely think the cold and snow would be a massive thing within this game. Perhaps the top half of the map became a frozen wilderness due to the snow mixing with radiation, giving us heavier snow than Toronto normally would get. I think it would be cool if Bethesda introduced a weather system where your character gets slower and weaker in the cold unless you're wearing warm clothing, kind of like how Skyrim does this with its survival mode. Well, with the map and the introduction done, let's talk factions and how they tie into the main story. So I think the main story would be you attempting to take back your vault from this group of cutthroat raiders. These raiders would be the most feared, well thought out, smartest group of raiders in all of Canada. Obviously, you can't handle them alone. So, I came up with two main factions, the Walkers and the Reapers. The Walkers would be quote unquote the good faction. They're a group of Wild West styled cowboys and cowgirls. They travelled from the West up to Canada for refuge, and now they're stuck in the never-ending blizzard of Toronto. There is tension within this group, which you will find out through their quests. They have vowed to protect and serve. They believe that if you can do something good, you have a responsibility to do it. The Walkers want to take over your old vault to use it as a giant underground safe house, providing heat, power, water, and much more to as many people as possible. Next, we have the Reapers, a group of Canada's best and most skilled mercenaries. This group would be the bad/evil faction of the main story. You know, the classic bad choice. The Reapers wear all blacked out armor with hoods and skull-like face paint to make their enemies fear them. This group could take out an entire town in one night and you would never see them coming. They don't care about good or evil so long as there's caps involved. They'd murder an innocent man in cold blood if you paid them enough. The Reapers would be fighting for the vault for the same reason as every other faction. They want it as their main base of operations. Next, I think that the Brotherhood of Steel would fit here quite well. They would serve as the mutual choice, if you will. They're willing to help settlers and other citizens within Toronto, but they do want the vault as their main outpost in Canada. One of the things I should note is that I imagine this vault being built for this exact situation. As far as anybody knows, this vault is the only one still running in this region. This would be one of Vault-Tec's biggest vaults, which is what makes it so desirable to these factions. Now, I'd like to talk about the enemies of this game. I think that you would have the usual, super mutants, ghouls, feral ghouls, etc. But here are a few unique ones. I think that rad skunks could be interesting, perhaps spraying a rad infected scent. Giant mutated bats could make for a fantastic airborne enemy too. Lastly, I would like to see a new type of feral ghoul known as the Frozen One, or simply Frosted or Frozen Ghoul. These ghouls would be frozen underground in the snow and in the walls, or even under the very snow that your character is standing on. They'd jump out at the snow, surprising you every time. Imagine how creepy it would be to hear the moan of a ghoul. You make your character turn around and suddenly you just see an iced over blue feral ghoul hand slowly reach out of the snow in the ground. Another thing that I think could really work for enemies in a map like Toronto is grizzly bears, radiated or mutated ones. They would be absolutely terrifying to find in the middle of a snowstorm. I also just want to mention that I think that this would be a perfect opportunity for Bethesda to create working vehicles in their game. Simply give us snowmobiles and I would be happy. After the endgame, I think it would be cool to enable a manage type system for your vault. Kind of like how settlements work in Fallout 4, but vastly improved. I think it would be good if Bethesda actually used some ideas from Fallout Shelter, their mobile game, and let us send settlers into the frozen wasteland. We could pick how long they go out for, assign them armor and weapons and ammo. They'd return, if they had survived of course, with loot for our entire settlement. Let us interview the settlers who want to get into our vault. Then we would have to choose if we give them a spot in our vault or not based on their interview. It would also be cool to see their specials and hear some of their skills. Then we can assign them jobs in our vault that actually suit them. I feel that doing all of this wouldn't make sense for the Brotherhood of Steel or the Reapers though, so maybe change it or just keep it as a walkers only kind of deal. I'd like to see a faction that lives in the subways, since it's the warmest place to be besides the vault, obviously inspired by the Metro games. And obviously there would still be some settlements scattered around the map too. Well, that's pretty much it. I honestly think that Canada would be such a cool setting for the next Fallout game. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below, and also let me know which location you want me to do next. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and please consider subscribing. I'm hoping to hit 20 subscribers within the next month, so it would really mean a lot. Anyway, thank you guys for watching and hopefully I will see you in the next one.